Hello and welcome to another video from Most Such Toys, Games, Collectibles. And today we're looking at something that's now quite old. It's not exactly that rare, but it is very cool, which is why I wanted to show you this today. So we are looking at the 2004 release by Robert Frederick Limited. And this is from their series of TV and movie tie-in card and dice game gift sets. And this particular one we are looking at today is all based on Ian Flemings' James Bond 007. And this is the box that it comes in. So the front of the box, you can see it's got Bond and it's got card and dice games gift set. And you can see an image of Sean Connery in the background as he appeared in the first Bond movie, actually, Dr. No. And there you can see Roger Moore as James Bond. And just next to, next to him, you can see him in the speedboat. I think that was him from The Man with the Golden Gun. And at the bottom there is another scene from The Man with the Golden Gun, which is James Bond fighting, Roger Moore as James Bond fighting one of the baddies in the black suits. Okay, so that's the front of the box. I'm just going to turn the box around to the back and let's see what we've got printed on the back. Okay, so on the back of the box, we've got the Bond and we've got the ladies dancing, as you usually get in the beginning of the Bond film. And it says Bond cards and dice games gift set. And it says contains 2 decks of playing cards, card games book, Scorepad, pen, and 3 dice. And you can see you've got the, I think one's the Scorepad, you've got the book, the pen, the 2 sets of cards and the dice, and you've got the copyright information there and the barcode, the ISBN number, and so on. Okay, I don't think there's anything on the sides or the ends of the boxes. So you've got Bond on the back side of the box, but nothing else at all. Okay, so that's the box. I think what we're going to do now, we're going to open it up and have a look at the contents. Okay, so I have opened the box up. I've unwrapped it and I've lifted the lid up, and you can see you've got the same photograph of that you've got on the top of the box inside, and that is Connery and Moore as Bond. Now, on the top shelf here, if I try and keep that open, you've got the card and games book. Now, they're all contained in this plastic holder, which I've taken out. I'm just going to pop that back in because I don't really need that. And we've got this card and dice games book, and if I open that up, there you can see it's all the suits of the playing cards: hearts, diamonds, clubs and spades. And if we turn over to the first page, it says card games by Nak Bath, and it's copyright 2001, and it's got contents. Thank you. Things you need to know choosing your game, technical terms, patient games, games for 2 or more players, and dice games. So things you need to know: card games. The pack. A standard pack of cards has 52 cards divided into 4 suits of 13 cards each. Each suit is clearly marked by its own symbol: hearts, clubs, diamonds and spades. Each card has a value. Ace is always either top or bottom, depending on the game. Then from the top, the order is King, Queen, Jack, and the numbers then from 10 to 1. There's an extra card not used in all games, the Joker. Usually you can assign to him any value you want. And so basically shuffling, cutting, rules of card games, cutting and drawing for dealer, and gambling. And then I think it's going to go on to explain to you all the games. So choosing your game, technical terms of cards. So it's quite interesting. There's a lot to card games. And then we come on to the first game, Patience, accordion. And then you've got Aces Up, Belaguril Castle, Camfield, Castles in Spain, Clock Patience, Flower Garden, and so on. So there's loads and loads of games there for you to learn and play if you don't know already. There's a game there called Cheat. I'll be pretty good at that. Crazy Eights. Fantan 500. There's loads and loads of games. Napple and the Napoleon, Old Maid. So literally Indian Dice. Oh yeah, then we got onto the dice games. So there's lots of different games in that book, which is a great book for you to use. Now you also get the pen for your scores, which is just a standard ballpoint pen. Press it down. Has it got Bond on here anywhere? I can't see any Bond markings on the pen, so no, it's just a basic pen. They obviously didn't think it warranted having Bond printed on the pen. Now we've got this drawer at the bottom, and we put out this drawer. Let's just aim the camera down a little bit, and you can see what we've got on here. So we've got 2 decks of cards. So we've got deck number 1, which is all of Connery as Bond, as he appeared in Dr. No. And you can see they're all the same. All the cards are the same. If I can squeeze it down, it's still got the strapping around it. So I don't really want to take them out because I probably would never get them back in again. But they're all the same on the outside, and it's all the suited cards on the inside, standard playing cards on the inside. Okay, so that's the one with Sean Connery as James Bond. Now, my favourite one, we have got Ursula Andress as Honey Ryder, a game from James Bond. And again, it's a standard set of playing cards. I think that top one must be the Joker. Yep, because it's the opposite way around in this deck. And there we have, every card features that iconic image of Ursula Andress where she come out of the sea in the film Dr. No, and playing the part of Honey Ryder. You've also got 3 dice, which are all still heat shrunk together, so you'd have to cut those open to play the dice games. And then, of course, we have this Scorepad book here. Same image of Roger Moore fighting in the Man from the Golden Gun at the front, and it's all just plain pages for you to write your scores in. And there we go, that is it. So, but what a lovely little set this is, I must say, and it's not terribly expensive. It's a very, very nice set, collector's set, all based on obviously James Bond, but is standard playing cards, dice, scorecards, and instructions, and lots of different games for you to experiment. So if you don't know that many card games, this is the set for you, because there's loads of different card games in here. Wonderful, wonderful set. Okay, how well did these sets do? Well, I mean, it wasn't a terribly expensive set when it first came out, so I think they done pretty well. And released in 2004. Don't know for any special reason or not. Doesn't appear to be any reason why it was produced. Unknown in that respect. Unless it was for the 40th anniversary. I don't know, maybe. But they did sell very well. And they were only a limited edition run of these games, as they all were. All the sets that they produced was only limited edition, complete card and game sets. And then, of course, they carry on making their playing cards and their other bits and pieces, card games and so on. So, yes, they've done very well. And now we're talking 20 years on. How often do they appear on the platforms? Well, they do still come up fairly often on the platforms. Most of them, however, have been used. Very few of them are still in this untouched condition, with the full pad and the unopened packs of cards and dice, and obviously the instructions games book as well, and also the pen. A lot of the ones that come up on the platforms are missing the pen. But anyway, this particular one we're looking at today, now this was a former shop counter display set, and it was on display in a shop counter for a few months before it was retired to the stock room for getting on for nearly 20 years. probably about 19 years really, before we went in and bought out all their stock, as they were a couple that were retiring, and they've been in the toy and games industry. They had a shop that they have for getting on for 40 years, and as they come to retire, they sold us all of their stock, and this particular item was an item they had on display back in 2004. It was on display for a while before they sold out of the product, so this one was folded up and popped in the back storeroom, and there it stayed until we rescued it from the great unknown. So yes, they do still come up from time to time on the platforms. They're not terribly expensive at all anywhere. As I say, the only thing with platforms, I'll keep reminding you, is when you're ordering from platforms, be absolutely certain that what you think you're ordering is what you are ordering. So always double check the photographs, always click on the used link to have a look at the item you will be buying if you are buying used. Otherwise, you might end up with something that is not what you're expecting. Or alternatively, we at Midas Touch have managed to find a few of these sets, and they're currently available to purchase on the Midas Touch website, which you can get to quite simply by clicking the link below. It'll take you straight to the website where you'll be able to find this and many other vintage James Bond items and many other vintage toys, games and collectibles. Come to that. There's over 10,000 products currently available on the website for you to view and purchase at your leisure. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button, because we're uploading videos for every new item that goes into the website. There will be something for everybody, and I am absolutely positive that this is something you will not want to miss, because we literally have thousands and thousands of new products which we're shooting videos for and uploading on a daily basis. So if there's something in particular you're looking for, something old that you'd never been able to find, something quirky you might want to buy for a friend, or perhaps just something from your childhood that you'd like to own again to help you recuperate those long lost childhood memories, well, stay tuned, keep watching, because you never know, the next item we upload could be that item you've been looking for. Okay, that is it for me on this particular item. I do hope you've enjoyed reviewing this wonderful set with me. Thank you for watching, and we will see you again next time.